Good evening. Tomorrow is Valentine, and it's a Monday. But I strictly think that those who wanted to celebrate Valentine celebrated it either yesterday or today, because tomorrow being a Monday, not a very good day to to celebrate Valentine. But nonetheless, the question that I want to address a little bit on Valentine, I saw a comment when myself and my wife and I actually went out yesterday, and we had a good time. We came in today. We went out yesterday and we came in today. For us, Valentine actually is quite special. It's quite special because, by the way, on Valentine's Day, that is when I engaged my wife. I engaged my wife on Valentine, 14th February 2020. That is when is it 2020? No, 2019. 2019. That's when I engaged my wife. We got engaged on Valentine's Day. We got married, at the Civic Center in Ethiopia on 14th June, and we had our wedding, on 20th August. That's when we had our... I thought you were not listening. I caught you. I thought you were not listening. Yeah, so you see, I caught you. So we got married on the 20th of July. We got married on the 20th of July. I wanted to see if my wife was eardropping, and indeed she was. There you are. I caught you. Anyway, so so I thought when I talk here, I talk alone. So some people pay much attention. Good. I'm glad you are listening, my wife. Yes, so we got married on the 20th of July. Yes. Yeah, but that was like, coming together. The wedding, the marriage at the Civic Center, it is just the same the way we do it here, where you first go to the Civic Center. Thanks, my wife. You see? Is this for because I remember I'm talking about Valentine? I'm finishing up the cake that we got on Valentine. And by the way, that it's very, very good. My wife was given some coffee for ladies, and when I went back to Danalab, Dora gave me another one for men. This one is for men. I'm not here to talk about the coffee, but my wife has just brought it. She's given me water here, and she wants me to put this inside. Now, to open this to my things. I'm not going to talk about the coffee tonight. I'm not going to talk about the coffee tonight, but yeah. Thank you, my wife. Yeah. Anyway, today I've not been so well. I think I don't know if I'm tired. because we went out last night, we went out yesterday, we came back today. We spent some time out of our home, so we only came back today. Unfortunately, since we came back, we haven't seen Messi. I don't know if she also went to do Valentine. Messi, where are you? Her phone is off. We left her yesterday. Today we came back. She's not home. She called me. She just sent me a text message. But I don't know where she is. I hope she has not gone to do Valentine with Bowman. Because, you know, these things, they are a little bit difficult. Messi seems to like Bowman so much. Anyway, that is just another issue for another day. I hope she'll be in soon enough. Anyway, so I was just talking about Valentine, and I wanted just to shed a few points on what I think about Valentine. I mean, should we celebrate Valentine? I mean, look, it's really dependent on how you take your relationship. It's really dependent on how you take your relationship. But I think it is important time and again to create, you know, special moments in your relationships. Time and again, it is good to create special moments, to do a little bit extra, to do a little bit more than what you do. So, others are saying, no, we don't need to celebrate Valentine because, for us, every day is Valentine. Yes, you should love each other every day. You should do good things, nice things to each other. You should be romantic to each other every day. That is a given fact. But you must have special occasions where you do a little bit more. You go out of your way. You don't do the ordinary. You are husband and wife, and yes, you sleep in the same bedroom, you sleep on the same bed, but on a special occasion like Valentine, come on, treat each other differently. I mean, go out. If you can, go out, go and sleep in some of these nice rooms, some of these nice lodges, nice hotels. Just go and treat yourselves. It's the same. You have your bed, and indeed it could be a very nice bed, very nice bedroom. But once in a while, go out of your way and just, spoil each other. Go spend some time in a hotel room, spend some time in a lodge, go somewhere. It's very important. It's very important, and these treats are mostly for us guys. It's us guys to treat our women. Our women. Yes, some guys say even women are supposed to do this. It's true. Women are also supposed to, do their tuma things. They are supposed to do their tuma utun tuna vena, special. They do certain things, But these kind of things, such as celebrating the Valentines, going somewhere, I think this is on the man. Look, like for me, I'm having this cake. This cake is coming as a result of, the good time that we had, when we went out and we have come back. I mean, this is how my wife, expresses her love, expresses her, Valentine kind of treats, So, guys, I want to tell you, it's important that you treat your women. It's very important. A lot of you guys lose out on women because you don't treat them well. A lot of you guys, some of you young people, I don't understand. You young people, that's why, tumipokela awa kashana. You complain at shanshani ulimkulu, how come shanshani wasenda kaiche? It's because of you young guys. You don't want to, to treat your women. To treat your women. So at the end of the day, you are losing out. Believe you me, it doesn't matter how much your woman make. It doesn't matter how much your woman make. If, you are in a relationship, you need to treat her. Even Beyonce, even if you are dating Beyonce. Believe you me, Beyonce is very rich and everything, but time and again, you know, as a Jay-Z, you must do something. Wamushtako connection, you know, you buy even a sapato, you know, even if she makes money, because this is a common thing amongst our relationships. You find that some guys are looking for the so-called independent women. Yes, you can get that independent woman, but believe you me, you are a man. A man has to be a man. It doesn't matter how rich or, you know, well off or independent a woman is. As a guy, you need to do little things to impress your woman. You just have to do that. You just have to do that. It's very, very important. So occasions like Valentine's, these are days that, you know, you try to go out of your way to do something. I know money might be a problem, but, you know, to my little things, you know, sometimes I take out my wife out. Like this evening, we went out, you know, we went out and we were walking out nicely. How much did we spend? We spent 20 kwacha. We only bought 2 ice cream, but we managed to go out, buy ice cream, and we were walking around. Women like that. Women like to walk with, you know, their lovers, you know, hand in hand. You know, they like to show off. We like to show off our women, but women also want to show off. They want to show off to their friends that, look, he's with the boyfriend, he's with, you know, the husband. They like that. So take them out. And when you take them out, don't always think of the expensive, the high expenditure. No, the little expenditure. I'm telling you, myself, sometimes I take my wife, like today, we spent only 20 kwacha. 20 kwacha, that's what we spent. We went out. Do those little things. They are very important. They spice up the a relationship. And never think that, no, because my lady, you know, she works in a bank, she has got money, she what? Nah. Treat her. Do something. Be there. Do to my little things. You know, one of my friends I knew some time back, she used to tell me to say, Tayali, I'm not a gold digger, or it's not that women like money. We just like things. Women like things. Whether they have money, they don't have money, women like things. And they like men that, you know, do things for them. Women like things, and they like men who do things for them. You know, you should be repeating that. Women like things, and women like men who do things to them. You have to do things. And these things, I mean, include, you know, to my little things, to my little presents, even to my chocolate, you know, just a chocolate. Women feel good. Just take a chocolate. So you Africa, honey, I brought you this chocolate. You know, my wife, I brought you this chocolate. Just that means a lot for them. You know, just slippers. I'm a slippers. You don't have to go and buy whatever. Just slippers. She will appreciate. Just this top, you know, top which are very cheap. A top which is very cheap, she will appreciate. So do to my little things. It's important to celebrate. You know, so on such occasions, everybody's celebrating, and then you are no. For us, it's every day. Celebrate it. So if you haven't done it, tomorrow do Kalitu something. Do Kalitu something. Tomorrow do Kalitu something for that girlfriend of yours, that wife of yours. Do something tomorrow. It is important that you do these to my little things to your wife. You know, kiss your wife. You know, kiss your wife. Kiss your girlfriend. You know, sometimes, I mean, some women, we have even stopped kissing. Kiss your wife when you come, when you arrive. Kiss her. You know, I mean, do some little things, spice up your love. Anyway, that is that about, and of course, this coffee apparently is very good. This coffee is very good. I'm told this coffee, it gives you more energy as a man. It keeps you younger. It, you know, it protects you from, you know, some of these diseases. This is why some people, you find that from nowhere, you know, when they are busy in the act, they seize, they have a heart attack or something. This coffee, I'm told, is very good. I've taken it. I got it from yesterday, and it's good. Yeah. Anyway, this nonsense, this is the stupidity I don't like. I just blocked this fool. You don't talk about my children when I'm talking. You don't talk about my children. That is nonsense. That is very stupid. I don't like it. Don't dare play around with my children. Forget it. Don't play with my family. Don't play with my family. If you are not raised properly in your family, don't bring it to my family. If your family that did not raise you well, if your parents did not raise you well, don't bring it to my family. My family, I don't play with my family. I don't compromise. I respect my family, and I want everybody to respect my family. So don't bring your nonsense to my family. I will not accept it. That Kennedy Kapolio Kampamba. Kennedy Kapolio Kampamba. You are a very stupid person. You were not raised properly. You were not taught manners. You don't talk about my children when I'm talking about these issues. That's nonsense. I'll move away from that. What am I talking about? What next am I talking about? I just wanted to talk about this issue of Chilekwa. This issue of Chilekwa has been going around, and the PF propaganda media seems to be quite excited discussing this issue. But I want to tell them that, you know, certain things, when you are doing them, you have to be very careful, because you might set yourself up. You might set yourself up. The issue of Chilekwa is not doing good to the former president, because Chilekwa is very connected to the former president. Chilekwa is very connected to the former president, and the state not the state machinery, the PF machinery has gone all out to defend Chilekwa, trying to portray a situation that Chilekwa is being tortured, is being persecuted. They are trying to run this narrative that, number one, Chilekwa has been tortured. Number two, that Chilekwa is being persecuted. And they are doing this, that is being persecuted because it's connected to former president. To an extent that MPs, members of parliament, even went and showed solidarity, and, you know, Chilekwa's issue came up. Believe you me, that is a very big mistake that UPF propaganda media is doing. Why is it a mistake? It is a mistake in the sense that Chilekwa has been accused of a very serious offense. A very serious offense. Chilekwa's accusation, or it's not yet a charge, but Chilekwa's accusation at the moment is that he's involved in the killing of one Lawrence Banda, who was shot in cold blood in Kaoma. This is the case that Chilekwa is being accused of. It's murder. Somebody died in cold blood. As such, any reasonable person would have to be very careful when you discuss this matter, or when you try to link it up to the former president. Nalawe Keshapu, Chilekwa has been accused of a very serious offense of murder. And as such, one has to be very careful when discussing it, or especially connecting this matter to the former president. Look, there are cases I know, especially how some of these lawyers operate. I know how some of these lawyers operate. They fight in court, but they also know how to fight in the public. And in my view, I think this is how cases should be fought. Cases should not just be fought in court. Cases should also be fought in public opinion. Because you can win a case in court, but if public opinion has convicted you, you still remain a criminal. You still remain a criminal. And also, it is also true that sometimes public opinion will speak for you that you are innocent, even if the court finds you guilty. But in the eyes of the people, you may appear to be innocent. And somehow this is what is being played with Chilekwa. People want to exonerate Chilekwa, want to acquit Chilekwa in the public opinion. They want to acquit Chilekwa in the public opinion. But unfortunately, this case is big, especially that it is emanating from political violence. So when this case will start till the end, it will attract a lot of public attention. Now, imagine in the event that Chilekwa is charged of murder, and I'm just saying imagine, and Chilekwa at the end of the day is convicted. What are you going to do? How are you going to separate the former president from this? And therefore, I hope you can follow me. This issue, if you bring too much President Edgar Chagwa Lungu in this matter, that no, Chilekwa is being persecuted because he's connected to former president. Okay, this is the persecution about former president and all those people around him. Now, let's imagine we go through this case. Chilekwa is charged of murder, and at the end of the day, he's convicted. How are you going to separate? How are you going to remove the former president? Because you have brought in the former president so much in this case, to an extent that even members of parliament go to his house and a statement is made connecting to this matter. President Edgar Chagwa Lungu himself made a pronouncement to say, I don't know why he has been arrested. That's what he said. He said, I don't know why he has been arrested. Now, tomorrow, if Chilekwa is charged of murder, what will President Edgar Lungu say? Because if there will be a chance, the media houses will ask him to say, now that he has been charged of murder, what do you have to say? What do you have to say? And later, at a later stage, if Chilekwa is actually convicted, they will come and say, now that he has been convicted, what do you have to say? On top of that, you have the ADC of former president also charged of hiding, a suspected criminal. You are making dots that might be plotted back to the former president. So some of these things, when we're doing them, we should be very, very careful. We should be very, very careful. Bringing President Edgar Lungu, emphasizing the Barberman to President Edgar Lungu, the Barberman to President Edgar Lungu, to an extent that Chilekwa's name is not even pronounced. What is more pronounced is that he's the Barberman of President Edgar Lungu. This is what is more pronounced. You are quoting him, a Barberman of President Edgar Lungu. If in the event that is convicted, there will be the headline will be the Barberman for President Edgar Lungu has been convicted of murder. Imagine how that will be. Imagine how that will be. So sometimes when you want to protect somebody, be very careful. Be very careful when you are trying to protect somebody. It is not President Edgar Lungu who is on trial here. It is not President Edgar Lungu who is on trial. It is not President Edgar Lungu who has been arrested. So why are you insistently drawing President Edgar Lungu in this? Mwewe ne mweka. It's you, mwewe newa PF with your media team. Ni mwewe muleleta President Edgar Lungu in it. It's you drawing President Edgar Lungu in this. Why are you drawing him in? Why can't you separate Chilefya and President Edgar Lungu, separately? Yes, he worked for President Edgar Lungu. That's it. He's no longer working for him. And these cases, they have got nothing to do with his job as a barberman. The allegations at this moment, they have got nothing to do with his job as a barberman. So why are you insisting, attaching President Edgar Lungu to this? Why? Sometimes you look at me to say, I'm a bad guy. No, that is not stable. No. Me, I follow the truth. I follow the truth and I see. I move 10 steps ahead. Look at the future. When I started criticizing PF over the violence which was going on, including President Edgar Lungu, you thought of shutting me up by arresting me and throwing me in jail. But I could see where that was going to take us. And today, where are we? It's the same with this issue. You are excited at this point in time, trying to expose the police. No, but police, they have tortured him. Especially my brother Nakachinda. If you want to be effective, in my view, my humble view, if one wants to be effective, you need to speak from the truth. You need to speak from the truth. If you don't speak from the truth, if you keep on fabricating things, you would not last in public, high esteem. No, you will not. Nakachinda came out and said, no, Chilefya, I don't know. We don't know if he will live by tomorrow. I mean, it will be by the grace of God. He was talking as if this guy is lying in a pool of blood, unconscious, about to die, gasping for life. That's how he spoke about it. But the following day, we saw this guy walking. And clearly, I mean, looking at him from outside, he didn't look anything of a guy that has been beaten. He didn't have bruises on the face. He didn't have. But this is a guy that he almost pronounced dead. Just trying to prove a point that no, a barberman of President Edgar Lungu has been beaten and is fighting for life. But the following day, we saw this guy. He was actually walking. Then there was a statement, no, he has been beaten, he can't hear, He can't hear, they have destroyed his ears. We saw him, and the lawyers, the same lawyers who are saying he has been beaten, he can't hear, they were caught talking to him, and he was responding. How was he responding if his ears were destroyed? How was he responding? How was he hearing? No, he's passing urine. That, I can't comment. But at the same time, I mean, there could be many reasons why one would pass urine. A urinary infection would cause somebody to pass urine. To pass blood in the urine. So, as far as I'm concerned, there is no evidence that the PF propaganda can bring out to say this person has been tortured. And yet the propaganda has gone far and wide that he has been tortured. Fair and square, you can say that. But tomorrow, when if Chilekwa is charged of murder, do you think people will pay attention about your torture that you're talking about? Do you think anyone will pay attention on the torture that you're talking about? We're talking about the life of a person here. Yes, I know. I'm not saying in any way that somebody should be tortured regardless of whatever they have done. No, I'm not saying that. But if you claim torture, it should be something that you can substantiate. Because if you can't substantiate it at the end of the day, it doesn't do good to the guy that you have been talking about. It doesn't do good. You are setting up a negative public opinion on this guy, as well as on President Edgar Lungu, with this propaganda that you are running. This case is too big. Somebody lost a life. Somebody lost a life. It is too big. This is not a case where you can start playing politics. No. Somebody lost a life. And linking this case to President Edgar Lungu, mule terela President Edgar Lungu. Mule terela, in this case, mule terela, you are linking him up. And it may turn out bad, where somebody might just come and jump up to say, he also knows something. He also knows something. It's possible somebody will come up to say, no, even President Edgar Lungu knows something. If the bodyguard knew, what about him? He also knew. I mean, these are not cases that you bring closer to a person like President Edgar Lungu. These are cases that you keep far away. Because indeed they are far. I don't think President Edgar Lungu had the knowledge of what was going on in Kaoma when he was shot and whatever. He may have been briefed later, but really that he had prior knowledge. I don't think that that would be reasonable to think. But because you are bringing him, his name is coming up, you will just create problems for him. This is not what you do. Please, let's look at this case on its merit. Away from him working for President Edgar Lungu. Let's look at this case away from President Edgar Lungu. Nami papata. Let's look at this case away from President Edgar Lungu. Ale womba kuliba Lungu. Yes, fine. Let's end it there. Let's now start looking at Chilekwa and all others that have been arrested in relation to that case and start discussing it from that point of view. Instead of continuously linking to President Edgar Lungu, it's not good. It's not good. Balungu may not appreciate how much I love him and how I want his well-being. But I mean well. I mean well throughout. Even when he was in State House, I meant well when I criticized him. Even now I'm talking, I mean well for him. I mean well for him. Those people who are making all this loud noise, linking him up, they don't know what they are doing. They don't know what they are doing. They are messing up instead of helping the situation. Treat the case of Chilekwa separate from President Edgar Lungu. If anything, even the lawyers shouldn't have been Venamakebi Zulu, because Venamakebi Zulu, they are too close to President Edgar Lungu. Chilekwa it would have been better for Chilekwa to have independent lawyers away from President Edgar Lungu. But you have brought it into President Edgar Lungu's house. I don't know why. These cases are very serious. This case is very, very serious. I can assure you it's serious. It's very serious. Somebody was shot and there have been no arrests. There have been no suspects. Now suspects have been found. How have they been found? You think wakapokola walevuka? You think wakapokola they're just dreaming? You think wakapokola they'll be running around the way they have done if there is nothing prima facie? You guys, you are taking things lightly. You are taking things lightly. You are talking about, no, he was taken to UTH. He's supposed to be taken to UTH. By the time the ruling was being made, by the time the ruling was being made, Chilekwa was almost in Kaoma, because they had started off. They had already started off. And if it is medical attention you're talking about, there is a government hospital there in Kaoma where he can be taken. So the issue of saying, no, he has to go to UTH, I mean, we have to be reasonable. We have to be reasonable. So as far as I'm concerned, for me, I don't think there is anything that we should be, faltering the police for. The police have got their own way they operate. If somebody has to be arrested quietly, they will arrest him quietly. If somebody has to be kept somewhere, be away from certain people that might influence him, in revealing what really happened, they have got the right to do that. So, Tapali thing, I've seen others jumping, even Vakalawa coming in. I mean, Vakalawa, he was a little bit reasonable, but now, ever since this issue of DP came in, he's seemingly going off track, not being objective. Let us be objective. Imagine if the person that died was your relative. Imagine if that person who died was your relative. Would you be saying what you're saying? No. Let's be fair. Let's be fair. Let's be fair. Let's be fair. I'm not saying these guys, Chilekwa is guilty. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying, let us not, number one, I'm saying, let us not fabricate things around this case. Number two, let us stop dragging the name of President Edgar Lungu in this. Number three, let us remember that the case that we have here is a big case involving murder, and the person that died deserves justice. Deserves justice. So let us not overemphasize the rights of one at the expense of the one who actually lost life. He will never come back. He's gone, he's gone. No. Nakana. That is my points on the issue of Chilekwa. Please let us be reasonable. Let me quickly discuss the issue of Liz and end there. This coffee is very nice. Anyway, so on the issue of Liz, Liz is going to have an operation. I mean, I think we should be going to the hospital by the 16th. And between that day and 19th, she will undergo an operation. So far, we are still lagging behind in terms of resources. The other day, I went out of my way, I threw myself everywhere. I was sending messages here and there, left, right, and center, asking people to come in and help. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, I must say that I was not so pleased with some of the responses I got from some of the so-called big people that we have in this country. Mind you, I just asked for numbers, who can help? And I put up some names, and some people were suggesting names and giving me phone numbers. I can tell you that the response hasn't been very good. From those very people that you think, the big names that you think about, they have not been very responsive. They have not been very responsive. And, others were saying, no, I'll call you, I'm in a meeting. They never called me back. I'm not judging anyone. I'm not judging anyone. Of course, there is one Zambian of Asian origin. I haven't sought permission from her to mention her, so I will not mention her. But she's the only one that called me. I made a number of phone calls. Only one phone call. I got one phone call from this lady over, she's a Zambian, but of an Asian origin. She called me back and she said, her organizations, they don't help with those kind of things. They help in other areas. But she wants to ask other people to see if they can help. I'm so grateful to you. I'm very, very grateful for that. I wish I could mention your name because really you gave me hope. These others, they haven't. I'm not judging. I know we have different, priorities and different needs. Liz, I know, is not the only one who needs help. There are so many other people that need help. So you may not be helping Lizzie. You may be helping other people. I respect that. I respect that. The only thing I just don't appreciate myself is when people tell me, they will call me and they don't call me. I mean, no matter what I think about you, my level of, respect reduces, because integrity is in what you say. If you say, I'm going to call me back and tell me, no, sorry, I cannot be able to do this. I will appreciate. Not you say, I'll call you and you don't call me. I don't know. We need to be coherent. Yeah? We need to be coherent. I want people to be coherent. People should be coherent. Not that I want. People should be coherent. When you say something, do it like that. If you can't manage, tell the person, no, I can't do it. Not you call a person and then afterwards, no, I'm in a meeting, no, I'll call you later. Come on. I mean, it doesn't matter who you are. You could be the president, but for me, this kind of behavior, it just puts me to say, Anyway, let me not be emotional about it. I'm not judging anyone, but I want to say, we are still looking for resources. We're still looking for resources, and I know you may have other priorities, obligations, and everything, but you see, if you are hearing me talking about this, there is a reason why you are hearing me talk about this. God has his own way of talking to us. God has his own way of appealing to us. So please, you may not like me for one reason or the other, but it's not me. It's somebody else who needs your help. I'm kindly asking, please, can we do something? We need to raise this money, 200,000, before the 16th. I haven't checked the update so far, where we are, but I know we are still quite behind. Please come forward and help out the situation of Lizzie. There is a reason why you are hearing me talk about this. God wants you to hear about this, and God wants you to do something. Otherwise, you would not be hearing about it. Please contribute whatever you can. 50 kwacha, 100 kwacha, contribute whatever you can. Even a 20 kwacha, I don't mind. It will make a difference. Please, let's contribute. I have tagged the phone numbers and the account numbers. Please drop in something there so that we can achieve our goal. I think I won't say much. I have to end here and get back to my wife. It's Valentine. I need to be in the Valentine mood, especially with this coffee, this very nice coffee, Tongati coffee. It's very good. Please try to find this from the Danalab stores. A lot of people are asking me, where can I get this coffee? And even women, they're asking, where can I get, Kasip coffee? You can find it in Danalab stores, or you can contact some of these that are distributors of Danalab. It's a very nice coffee. Try it, and you will tell me about it. I think I need to leave it here. Have a good night, and happy Valentine's. Bye.